Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. 高天原に神住まります。
かむろぎかむろぎのみこともしてすめびよやかむりさなぎのみことつくしのりむかの立ち花のおののあはぎはらにみそぎはらいたも時になりませる。あらいどの神たちもろもろのまがこと罪気を洗いたまえ清めたまえとますことのよしを天つ神国つ神やおよろずの神たちともに雨の口駒の耳振り立ててぎこしめせとかしこみのまおすおみかみ守りたまえ先あえたまえみろくおみかみ守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみおや主の神守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみおや主の守りたまえ先あえたまえかがらあまちらえませかながらかまちらえませ
Great God of light, creator and giver of all life,
In accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Spirit and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Meishu-sama.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Art and beauty. Nature's splendid beauty, its mountains, rivers, trees, and flowers, is God's work of art, created for humanity's enjoyment. Because my goal is to help others live in paradise, I must first create paradise in my own heart. When we enjoy art in all its loveliness, we are uplifted and purified, cleansed, and spirit. One of God's great blessings. There are three ways for people to attain spiritual purification and higher awareness. One, through suffering. Two, through the practice of virtue. Three, through beauty. The first way, suffering, is experienced in physical illness or adversity. When spiritual clouds are accumulated to a certain level, a natural purifying activity begins, according to the law of purification. This is nature's way of maintaining harmony. The second method of purification, the practice of virtue, is experienced through the giving of self in service to others, both on the individual and on a worldwide level. This is a better way of dispelling spiritual clouds and raising one's spiritual vibration than through the first method. It is much easier and offers the joy of service while cleansing the spiritual being of its impurities. The third way of purification to take place, through awareness of beauty, is experienced by a direct contact with the beauty of nature and with the enjoyment of lovely things created by human beings. Places of natural beauty carry a high spiritual vibration. Part of God's plan was the creation of flowers, trees, mountains, and seas for us to enjoy, and while enjoying them, to be purified in spirit, mind, and body. Any type of man-made beauty purifies the spiritual being to some degree. Painting, sculpture, music, poetry, and prose all carry the vibrations of their creators, as well as their own, producing a vibratory power that is second only to God's own creation, nature. Both service and beauty are stressed in our work. They form a balanced harmony that constantly purifies our spiritual beings.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. Thank you also for directing your prayers along with us for world peace. This evening, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Vandiki Figueira Mendes. It's from Santana, São Paulo. Vandiki is 60 years old and has been a Johrei member for 45 years. As a child, he suffered from epileptic seizures and took medications and therapies which eased the seizures. However, he was left with strong side effects, such as speech difficulties and frequent hand trembles. Additionally, he had no motor coordination to perform everyday activities, such as holding a glass of water, as he would normally spill almost all liquids. In 1970, his father was guided to our church by a friend. Began to frequent it and took Vandiki to receive Johrei. After 7 months, his father received the sacred focal point of Hikari. With the constant Johrei Vandiki received, his motor coordination and his speech showed significant improvements.
After experiencing this blessing, he wanted to repay a little of what he had received. He took the membership course and became a Johrei member in 1977. In 1995, he enrolled in Ikebana Sangetsu flower arranging classes with the intention of improving his hand movements, which were still trembling. At first, it was very difficult for him, as he didn't have the strength to fix flowers into the pin frog, called hanadome in Japanese. He received loving support from his instructor and other students who had the patience to wait until he finished his arrangements for classes to be concluded. They also regularly channeled him Johrei and voiced words of encouragement. His contact with flowers was something hard to describe in words. He felt lighter, with peace and happiness permeating his heart and soul. With each class, he improved his techniques, and his tremors and motor coordination improved. He was able to evolve his technique to the point that he was invited to dedicate himself as responsible for the ikebana of the altar at the Johrei Center. Through the constant practice of Johrei enjoying beauty through flowers, today he no longer experiences tremors, which allows him to perform the tying of branches by himself, which before required up to two people to help him. He's studying an advanced level in Ikebana Sangetsu in order to become an assistant for his Ikebana instructor. When a friend undergoes purification, Van Dyck offers him or her a flower arrangement, excuse me, as a way of bringing light to their lives. Whenever possible, he decorates the places he visits with flowers, as he has seen how much flowers have the power to generate harmony in places and their environments, as well as to bring joy and happiness to people. Van Dyck is very thankful to God and Meishu-sama, as well as to his ancestors, for all the miracles granted in these more than 4 decades of practicing our faith. He now commits himself to continue dedicating the divine work, seeking to be a useful instrument for the realization of paradise on earth. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this powerful faith experience in relating to art and beauty. I wish you a very blessed evening.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed evening.